student. Hope you all might have seen chapter 4, the Central Islamic Land, lecture 1 completely. Now today, continuing with the same chapter, we are going to cover a few more topics. Before going to start, let us revise what topic we covered in the previous lecture. We saw the different land and the places up to where the Islamic land was spread across the world. After that, we saw how Islam arose in Arabia, and we covered the topic like that who was the person who established the Islamic religion. That was Prophet Muhammad, and we read about the introduction of Prophet Muhammad. Along with the introduction of Prophet Muhammad, we saw how he established a community named Ummah, and with the help of Ummah, how he spread the complete Islamic religion across the world. Now today we are going to cover the topic after Muhammad's death 632 AD. Hence there was no one who could become the next prophet of Islamic region. Now what happened? The community which was established by Prophet Muhammad remained without any successor. Then there come a great political instability among Ummah community, that who could be the next prophet. Now what happened? Many of the communities from the tribal which joined as a member of Ummah, they left back and started deciding to make their own institution or own khalifas. So in this way, the another institution being established in the name of Khalifa. So during the time period of 632 to 661 AD, the first four Khalifas justified their power, and they were highly associated with Prophet Muhammad. Who were these first four Khalifas? The first one was Abu Bakr, second was Umar, third was Uthman, and fourth was Ali. So these four Khalifas, they were highly associated with Prophet Muhammad and its principle. They followed the complete rules and the principle, or we can say guideline, prepared by or provided by Prophet Muhammad. And then they extended the complete Islamic reason. Before that, they have big challenge that how to reunite all those tribal community which had left earlier from Ummah community, and then they need to rearrange all those resources which were lost during the Cold War. So these were the four Khalifas, and in detail we are going to study about one by one about their roles and achievements. Their roles we are going to understand, their achievements, administration, and what kind of changes they have brought in Islamic reason. So let us see one by one in brief. Let us see more detail about four Khalifas. The first Khalifa Abu Bakr suppressed the revolt by a series of campaigns, and the second Khalifa was Umar. He knew that Ummah could not be maintained out of the income derived from trade and taxes. Therefore, he obtained rich booty from the raid by conquering the empire in the west and east, that is Byzantine and Sasanian Empire respectively. The three successful campaigns between 637 to 642 CE, the Syria, Iraq and Egypt were brought under the control of Umar. The third Khalifa was Uthman. He controlled the vast territory between the Nile River and Oxus. He introduced a new administrative system headed by amirs called governors and ashraf called tribal chieftains. Khalif soldiers, mostly Bedouins, settled in the camp cities at the edges of the deserts such as Kufa and Basra to remain within the reach of natural habitat as well as the Khalifa's command. The non-Muslim population retained their rights to the property and religious practices on the payment of taxes called Kharaj and Jizya. the opposition tribesmen attacked from Iraq, Egypt, and Medina led to the assassination of Umar. With the death of Uthman, Ali became the fourth Khalifa. Ali fought 2 wars and established himself at Kufa and defeated an army led by Muhammad's wife Aisha in the Battle of Camel 657 CE. However, he was not able to defeat King Mans of Uthman and governor of Syria. Ali's second battle was at Siffin, North Mesopotamia, divided Islam into 2 parts, Shia and Sunni. Ali was assassinated by Kharji in mosque at Kufa. After his death, Muawiyah made himself the next Khalifa in 661 CE with the new dynasty Umayyad, which lasted till 700 CE. After seeing how 4 Khalifa brought great change in the political and administrative system, now question comes that who would be the next Khalifa after the death of Ali? So, around 661 CE means Common Era, Muawiyah declared himself as next Khalifa. So, he declared himself as Khalifa, and after becoming Khalifa, he introduced a new dynasty. Its name was Umayyad dynasty. Umayyad dynasty. This Umayyad dynasty lasted till 750 CE. Also, one more particular thing about Muawiyah was that he was also from Quraysh tribe, from where Prophet Muhammad also used to belong. Now, one more new thing was being introduced by Muawiyah, that hereditary system of ruling will be followed next after his death, which was not being introduced the time period till Ali. The Umayyad and the centralization of polity. The first Umayyad Khalifa was Muawiyah, moved his capital to the Damascus. He also introduced the hereditary succession and persuaded the leading Muslims to accept his son as the next ruler. Umayyad state was no longer based on Islam. There were Christians who used to advise in the administration. The Umayyad always appealed for the unity and retained their social identities. During the time of Abdul Malik, Arabic was the language of the administration and introduction of the Islamic coinage took place. The gold dinar and the silver dinar were very popular in the time. He also built Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. This is all about for today's lecture. Next topic we are going to cover in next video. Let's do a short knowledge checkup with question number 1. Who was the first Khalifa after the death of Prophet Muhammad? Umar, Ali, Abu Bakr or Uthman? Second question, which battle was fought between 4th Khalifa Ali and Muhammad's wife Aisha? Battle of Sahara, Battle of Camel, Battle of Siffin or all of these? Third question, who built the Dome of Rock? Abu Bakr, Abdul Malik, Uthman or Ali? Answer all these questions in comment. Thank you for watching.